All right, everyone, welcome back. Okay, hope you had a nice break. We're going to dive right in, assuming your standing posture. Bring the mind to the top of the head. From the top of the head, stretch down to the hands, and from the top of the head, stretch down to the feet. Bring the awareness to taste consciousness, front, back, left, right, up, down. Bring the awareness dividing between the body and taste, front, back, left, right, up, down. And start walking. In theory, since your mind is already warmed up, assuming this isn't your first session of the day, let's build upon the capabilities from the previous session. So keeping the tactile gate and the taste gate open the auditory gate, front, back, left, right, up, up, down. Adding the visual gate, front, back, left, right, up, down. And adding the smell gate, the olfactory gate, front, back, left, right, up, down. Now refreshing all the directions with all five senses. Front, tactile, visual, hearing, smell, taste, back, tactile, visual, hearing, smell, taste, left, tactile, visual, hearing, smell, taste, right, tactile, visual, hearing, smell, taste, up, tactile, visual, hearing, smell, taste, down, tactile, visual, hearing, smell, taste, This will be extremely difficult for some of you. So keep as many of the gates open in as many of the directions as you can. If you need to stand still, that's totally fine. If you need to sit down, that's fine. But at whatever level you can, keep as many of the gates open as you can, doing whatever level of practice you can, whether seated, standing, or walking. Mm. Resume standing posture. Now relax your awareness from the five directions, from the six directions and the five senses. And since you've done the five senses in six directions, you know what visual awareness is, you know what hearing awareness is, auditory awareness, you know what tactile awareness is, you know what gustatory awareness is, and olfactory awareness is. From direct experience, you know when your mind is entering one of those fields. The only field that we haven't done any work with explicitly is the mental field. So your mind has motivations, intentions, things that seem like sensory impressions, like visualized apples or visualized sounds, visualized smells, visualized tastes, visualized tactile sensations, anything you imagine, memories. So all of these are mental objects. They aren't something that's appearing to your five external senses. So this is much, much, much more difficult than people imagine. But if you turn all of your attention now toward mental content and pull it away from the five external senses, what's quite difficult is that the mind doesn't have a color, it doesn't have a shape, it doesn't have a particular location in space, it doesn't have a smell, it doesn't have a taste, it doesn't have a tactile sensation, it doesn't have a sound. So when you're resting the mind, a bit like when you're opening the auditory awareness in a particular direction where there's no sounds, or you're opening the olfactory awareness in a direction where there's no smells, or directing the taste awareness in a direction where there's no tastes. Similarly, when you try to open your mental awareness so that whatever occurs in consciousness, you'll be aware of it occurring, there's absolutely nothing to grab onto that tells you my mind is doing this now, because the mind doesn't have any overt properties besides being like space, giving rise to things which doesn't feel like anything, doesn't look like anything, doesn't sound like anything, etc. And then having the experiences themselves, which you could call awareness, you could call it knowingness, you could call it cognizance. So, in brief, mind is like empty space that is aware of things. It gives rise to things and it's aware of things. So, when you pull the attention inwards, and I'll stop talking in a moment, the difficult thing is there's nowhere for the mind to land. When mental content is less, you don't want to generate mental content artificially, but there's nothing to land on where you can go, ah, yes, I've hit the bottom now, because mind doesn't have any properties that are obvious like that. So do your best to begin pulling the mind's awareness in to look at mental content first. Whatever occurs before the eye of the mind, whether that's imagined images, sounds, smells, tastes, or touch, but not actual external ones, or its memories, or its thoughts, or its emotions. It doesn't matter what occurs there, if it's motivations, intentions, attitudes, etc. As long as the mind isn't getting pulled to the five external senses, whatever appears there is fine. Don't try to change what appears. Just become extremely alert, extremely aware to whatever does happen to occur without trying to make anything occur and without trying to stop anything from occurring. Begin. I will see you all at 4 o'clock London time, 19-minute break.